What happens if you get coronavirus and don't have insurance? If you get CV, but don't need to see a doctor, go home and take care of yourself for 14 days. If you need to see a doctor, go and see her, if she will see you with O insurance. If she will bill you. Pay if you can. Otherwise, pay as much as you can afford monthly. Worse comes to worse, the doctor will refer this debt to a collection agency. Ignore them. If you have to go to the hospital, there is a law passed under Pres. Reagan in the 1980s that requires the hospital to treat you. Once you get treated and released, they will send you a bill in the tens of thousands of dollars. Offer to pay as much as you can monthly. They will probably refer this debt to a collection agency. Ignore them. If you die while in the hospital will send this massive bill to your next of kin. Make sure that person knows your debt on death is not transferable to your next of kin. It's the law. Make sure they know that. Don't pay the bill. There is one exception to the law that you must be admitted to a hospital if you need to be treated. If they are full and/or their resources are all used or have been used up, they can refer you to another hospital, which may or may not do the same thing. The other major step you could take is drive to Canada or fly to the UK. They have a healthcare system that is patient-oriented, not profit-driven. To all healthcare providers, doctors, nurses, aides, and all frontline persons like fire, police, EMTs, grocery workers, truck drivers, in short, everyone who keeps our system working and our healthcare system functioning, I appreciate all you do. Truly. My answer above is not a criticism of your work and effort. It's a criticism of a healthcare system that is ultimately run by the for-profit insurance industry. My father was a doctor and my mother was a nurse, and I was involved with the insurance industry for decades. When we care more about people and patients and less about profits, I'll stop criticizing. I'll be truthful, this is what scares me about the US attitude to health. If you face a long stay in hospital, and it isn't covered by your insurance, it's not covered. If you have to self-isolate at home because a house member got it, you could lose your job. If you just get it slightly, you still go into work because there is no sick pay. If you don't tell anyone that your house member is sick and go to work and you work dealing with the public, then you have the potential to be infectious, but not yet showing symptoms, and you could pass it on to a lot of people. Including your workmates, who in turn will become infectious and pass it on to customers before they too fall ill. The complication that here, in the UK, sick pay is only payable when you are actually ill but not if you have to self-isolate for public good, is already a cause for concern. The government's response is, we hope employers will be flexible. But that doesn't cover the hundreds now working in the gig economy, the self-employed, the zero-hour contracts. You have children, the school is closed because of a case. You have to miss work because someone has to stay home with the children, you don't get paid. You work in a shop, the shop has to close for thorough cleaning and disinfecting because there is a case, you can't go into work, you don't get paid. You need to see a doctor, but someone had come in feeling a bit rough, and the surgery has to close for cleaning, disinfecting, and now there is nowhere to go. Depending on your age, your chances of surviving it simply by sicking it out at home is very good. Make sure you're hydrated, and eat healthy. Exercise while you can. Don't be overweight. Don't be underweight. Try hot-cold strategies when you get it. Read up on what you can do. But if you get in trouble, and you do need medical help, e.g. trouble breathing, heart palpitations, who knows what else, you call for help, and just state that you cannot pay for it. I believe that are not allowed to simply ignore you. They must provide care, I believe. It's just that you might go bankrupt after. Oh well then, let that happen. Better if you survive, not? Be well. Also, try to get into insurance at some point. You have to, I believe. Rally for universal health care. Other countries do it and it costs only half of what Americans pay. Vote Democrat. Influence the political landscape. Become involved. That depends on which coronavirus you get. In most cases you wouldn't get sick at all, or you would get a common cold. Now if you're talking about the virus known as SARS-CoV-2, which is one of hundreds of coronaviruses, there's about an 80% chance that you won't need any kind of medical treatment either. If you're one of the 20% of people who contracts that virus who needs medical attention and you don't have some sort of insurance coverage, you will have to pay for it.